Awesome. This is Dave Monks from.
This is Dave Monks.
And okay, so you guys are all from Newmarket, right?
Yep.
How'd you meet? Did you all same high school or?
We all were in the same elementary school, so this is grade 4.
Okay.
So we are in our 15th year of friendship.
Okay. When did the band officially form?
Officially, we started in 2005, but we've been playing together in another band for a couple years before that.
So, the newest album is coming out March, right?
Yep.
Is it a finished product at this point, or is it still, so it's all good to go?
Yeah, basically, we had the album, we were done recording it in July. We had it done being mixed by October, and then you just kind of hand it off and you wait. That's like it.
Yeah.
That was good for everybody.
So, are you happy with it? How it turned out?
Yeah, really excited. We spent a long time making it, and we really, I feel like we just wrote and we wrote so many songs, and definitely feel like we came out of the forest into like some kind of clearing and like, oh, okay, great, this is what we want to do, and the songs that are on the record are just, they're already like a year old to me, and they still sound good. So, I'm very excited.
So that was the first album with like original songs for you guys in a little over 3 years, right?
Yeah. We did the covers album.
Yeah. That was really interesting. Whose idea was that?
That was the label's idea. They wanted to just get something going. We were writing and stuff, but we were taking time off, and it was a good idea. It came together well, and it's funny that we actually have a cover album now, because that wasn't the point at the time. The point was to just drum up something to talk about and keep our names on the internet. So, it only took 10 days.
Yeah. And, you cover a wide spectrum on that, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
What was your favorite cover to do that?
I really liked doing the Moby one, this outside, and I liked just the range of scenes that was in, and it was an easy group to do. Since You've Been Gone was pretty easy. I liked the Strokes one. Yeah. The M83 one was hard. That was maybe too strange of a vibe to try and tackle, and the LCD Sound System one was, that one was fun actually. Once we decided what we were going to do, that one was good.
Yeah, in terms of releasing this album, was there any pressure, internal or external, to get it done kind of quicker?
Yeah, there's always basically the pressure that you always feel externally is there's no time, there's no money. Do it faster and do it cheaper. And that's kind of what we tried to operate around at first, and then it was kind of okay, listen, this isn't going to get us the result that we want. We don't want to make a transitional record or a throwaway record, so we had to kind of block out that influence. And the record called Force Field, and it was sort of all of us just everybody got our traces. We're just going to go do this thing, and we'll let you know when we're done.
So, in terms of the success of the album, how are you going to judge that in the end? Do you care about the sales or the awards, or?
Yeah, I want it to do well, and I want the album to do. I have goals, I want to, play a bigger room than we did last time. I want to sell more records than we did last time. I want to sell 1 million records. I want to play all the rooms. But I feel really the part of the goal of the record has already been achieved for us. We made such ground in writing the record, and I feel like we've come so far as a band. We've been a band for 7 years. We're not going to go anywhere. I already feel accomplished. It's not even out yet. I just have it done. I feel accomplished. that if like the worst case scenario is that we don't get to make another record. You know, as long as we get to make another record, then that's cool.
So, I mean, let's role play. Let's say I walk into a record store and I hold up Force Field and I hold up Champ and I say, what are the differences here?
Oh yeah.
What?
That's cool. People usually are just like, what's different on the new record? And you're like, a lot of stuff. I would say that Force Field is it's hard to say now, but it's like it's more bangers. I just feel like Force Field is they're all bangers and like they would do well on their own, on a mix, whatever. I think it's more cohesive than Champ as well at the same time. Like on Champ, and the Spark has like a kind of rootsy vibe, and Bambi has a sort of electro vibe. We right beside it, you know, you get to that. But in another way, Champ is very much like a record that the songs are more, I don't know, supportive. Whereas on Force Field, I feel like each song is like its own project. Yeah. But I also don't take a perspective on that. So, is there like just a ton of touring planned for this year then to promote it? So far we're going to Europe in March, and we're going to be across the States and a little bit of Canada in April and May. Probably more Canada after that, and festivals. Then do an opening tour. Then to the States again, then go back to Europe, then to Canada again. Like, it just goes, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you've toured kind of things. What, do you have a favorite venue? Do you have a favorite concert you've put on?
I really like the Crystal Ballroom in Portland. We played that one time. That was fun. Just off the top of my head, I mean, there's so many great venues, but I don't think I have a favorite show. I feel like one time somebody proposed to their girlfriend on stage when we were playing at a festival. One time the crowd was like soaked in rain, and it just made this crazy vibe. One time we were playing the Heritage Classic NHL game in -30. It's like we played everywhere you can imagine. So it's been a lot of good.
Which one was that one in
Calgary?
Yeah.
And when I say play, I mean we played a launch pre-recorded track. They were like, the CBC was like, hey, we want you to play. Like, okay, awesome. We'll bring our gear and stuff. Like, okay, so usually we bring people in, we record them in the CBC building, and then we replay the live recording during the broadcast. No, it's like, we're rock and roll, we're going to go up, we're going to play, that's how we play. We really think it'll sound better if we record everything in advance. Not our style, thank you, we're just going to play it. No, you're not allowed to play if you don't pre-record. The weather will be inclement, and it was crazy when we got there. Like, I guess we didn't really understand, but I'm so glad we did, because it was like -30, it's like touching your guitar strings. They were so cold. Like, there's no way we would have been able to get through a song. So, yeah.
So, life on the road then, is it, are you used to it now, or are you still kind of like that?
Well, we haven't been on the road in a couple of years, so it's all coming back to me. Yeah, it's good. It's hard to call it life. It's just like a repetition of like waiting. Go, wait.
Do you feel you get to like accurately like see the world, or are you just kind of like going from place like?
No, you'd have to pick something up. I mean, it'd be a shame and a waste if you just treated it with like, oh, we're in out of no experience that we had. I mean, it's not like a point out the balance view, but it's.
So have you played here before?
Yeah, we played at Algonquin College, but not at this venue in particular.
The old campus bar.
Yeah.
So what's your take of here?
It's good. I like how it's kind of chill for me. Like, I'm used to definitely more going on any given night in town. I'm not saying there's not stuff going on in Ottawa, but I think there's probably more of a community vibe here, or like a lot of young people with a lot in common. and it's also you're hanging out in smaller areas, so that's probably makes it different than Toronto.
So, you're playing with Colorado. You played with them a fair amount before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's how well do you guys get along? Pretty
Great.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible if we didn't get along. Yeah, we get along well, and they're awesome. They're so good at like. I feel like their show isn't affected by any outside factors. It's just like a great show every night, no matter what their like mood is, the crowd is like, what the stage sound is like, what their gear's doing. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's definitely inspiring to see that and do it them. So
if you know like what if you know it pretty well, what's one thing Tokyo Police Club is better than Colorado at?
Keyboards. Better at keyboards. Sorry, dudes.
And we'll give them their due. What's one thing Colorado's better than you at?
Harmonized guitar solos.
So, yeah, I mean, 2005 till now, not even 10, what's that, like 8 years now? You've been a band, and you've had a pretty quick rise, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
How much, like, do you attribute any of that to, like, CanCon regulations? Do you think they benefit at all?
Yeah, I feel like we had this really fast rise in the beginning, and then we rose steadily from there. I don't know, it's hard to say because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard to say where we're at really right now, but definitely CanCon and Canadian support, and we get funding to make a video or whatever. That kind of stuff. It gives us like this safety net. It's like we can be on an off break, but we can still come and play Canadian colleges, and we can there's still a Canadian market that's much more supportive of us than the American market, where it's really, really competitive. So I feel like where other bands wouldn't be able to, their careers wouldn't allow them to like take a few years off and make a record, we can do that because we have this like really supportive Canadian fan base, and yeah.
So what else? I guess 2014 is just starting. What do you have any like as a band? Any goals for the year? Anything you really want to accomplish?
I think we don't want to burn out too early. We gotta last. I want to write another record. I want to write a record. I want to write the next Tokyo record this year. That is my goal. Yeah.
So do you find you can get a lot of writing done while you're on the road?
No, zero writing can happen on the road. It sucks. It's hard to feel like your life continues on the road. It's like you hit pause on everything, and then you just go into this mode where, on one hand, you have like very few responsibilities. It's not like you can't really fuck up. You just go play a good show, and that's it. But on the other hand, you don't have like freedom or the basic like things that you do, and like privacy or anything like that. It's just it's hard to get downtime to write, and I feel like writing is something that takes a good amount of downtime just to get into, and then you gotta get the ball rolling, and then you get on a good run with it. Doesn't look into it.
So I guess.
Is there something you're bummed you missed from the microphone that you want me to re-talk about?
I can't remember what we missed, but yeah, I mean, I hate to like just.
No, there's a couple you gotta talk about again.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let's go back to the favorite venues too, because I do have another question. So yeah, sorry. What was your favorite venue? Was
Well, I said the Crystal Ballroom in Portland, which is a great room. There's lots and lots of rooms.
and the Heritage Classic, yeah.
And the Heritage Classic was cool to play. That was minus 30 degrees in Calgary.
In terms of like, okay, if you had to rank them, like let's say, stadium shows, the bars, or like an outdoor concert, what's your favorite to do?
They're all pretty different. I mean, bars can be really fun shows. Bars can be the funnest shows, but they are the most grueling because you have to do the most of them to break even on a tour.
Yeah.
It's like, And festivals can be fun. They can be really stressful. They're more of like a, who knows? It could be the worst. It could be the best. They're usually good. They're usually really good. But anytime you get to play like an old theater or like a really classic venue, something in the like 1,000 cap, 2,000 cap range, like 1,000 to 1,500 cap range, that's like the best always.
Yeah. So in terms of, I guess, the Rockstar stereotype is that you're always broke. How do you make, like, what is life like when you're not touring and like?
It's chill. It's pretty normal. Like we all just like, you know, we have apartments and I think, yeah, Josh has a car. The rest of us don't have cars. I don't know. We're just, you know, we're not broke, but we're like frugal, and we're like frugal as a band. We're not like, we don't have big expenses. We're good at roughing it. We're not living lavishly. Which is great because that's like, you know, freedom. You can do more, and you can do more with less than. Definitely a lifestyle I recommend. I heard that the best for like good financial advice for your 20s is to live as cheaply as possible for as long as possible, because life gets really expensive after you get married and have kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So just keep it basic until then.
So yeah, I saw a couple bands out there. Which one is one of those your band?
Yeah, ours is the one that is not covered in crazy things.
That's all right.
That's all right.
So yeah, the opener night, the Ecstatics. Do you know anything about them or?
Who? No, I don't know.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay.
That was a weird reaction. I didn't mean to be like,
Yeah, there's I think a couple of college guys here.
but I'll listen.
Oh, sorry.
I'll check out their set there.
What do you plan on doing after the show?
Just making up for missed sleep last night, and then pretty much that.
Anything else you got to say to Algonquin kids?
There's this restaurant in Newmarket. It's in Toronto too. It's called Algonquin's, or it's called Algonquins actually. That's it. And Graham was like, yeah, it's like, he's like, yeah, it's like. I was asking him about the schedule, and he said, it's London, Barrie, Hamilton, Waterloo, Hamilton, Algonquins, and I was like, what? We're playing that shithole? No, Algonquin College. Oh. Oh.
Is it even a big restaurant, or is it just like a diner?
No, it's just like, yeah, it's like a really, this is the most generic like pub restaurant, yeah. Good fries, but.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, this is just a personal question.
Mm-hmm.
So you're from Newmarket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, which high school did you go to?
Newmarket High School.
Okay, yeah, because for the longest time, I just know people there. For the longest time, I thought there was like 2 high schools there. They're like, oh, it's Huron Heights, or it's...
There's Huron and Newmarket, and there's another one. There's a couple others.
Yeah.
There's 4.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know how...
Greg went to Huron Heights for a minute, and yeah, we all went to Newmarket High School.
Well, I guess, could you just say your name one more time?
Yep.
Missed that.
Hey, this is Dave Monks from Tokyo Police Club.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Okay,
Thank you
sweet.
so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh.